Hey guys, it's Feliciana96, and I'm bringing you another Inktober Podfic. Our show prompt is going to be K-pop Demon Hunters, and the prompt for it is heavy. I took inspiration from how Rumi felt the heavy burden of her marks. When I draw the art piece, that's kind of what it is the marks are the part that's supposed to be heavy and the implication of them. Today's story had a writing prompt. Why shouldn't they be able to help themselves after the way they've been treated? I felt like that was very fair for Rumi focused fic. The problem is, I don't really think it plays into anything I wrote. But that was the inspiration for today's piece on top of K-pop Demon Hunters and Heavy. Rumi looked at the marks on her body. The soft glow of them was less terrifying now. She remembered, growing up, feeling the panic rise in her as she was told again and again how she had to hide them. How they began to weigh on her tremendously. The guilt, the keeping silent, hiding them from her friends. It hurt, because not only did she have to protect the world, but she had to protect the secret of her mother's affair, her mother's interests. She had this deep secret, and no one else could ever know. Celine made sure no one else would know. The shame had drowned Rumi, taking her to depths she didn't want to be, by the cells of her own flesh she couldn't claw off. It weighed cruelly down on her. Her bones creaked with the ache of the secret, her heart a dead weight. She had wanted to be with her friends, to go to the hot springs, to wear something sleeveless, to just not have to worry if her collar was tall enough to hide the marks. The heavy burden nearly killed her and lost her everything. She breathed in deep, looking out to the lake she and Jinyu had sung and danced together on. She felt a weight now. It was so terribly heavy, but it wasn't the same. Now that her friends knew what she was, she could feel the gentle breeze on her open arms. She had a firm warmth in her heart. She knew she was loved now. She could be who she really was, unconditionally. She'd never felt so light before in that revelation. Zoe and Mira loved her, no matter what. And after hearing her theory about the demons, how they could get their souls back, they agreed rehabilitation for demons was worth a try. It was nice. But now she was watching the water in the lake. She would have to face Celine again, and she wasn't really looking forward to it. But before that, she had this weight. She knew. The weight he left was much like a cat in one's lap. Warm, comforting. She wanted it to be there, but so long as it was, she wouldn't be able to move on. She loved him. Of that, she was pretty sure. But more than that, he had seen her. He took a look into her soul and saw who she was on the inside. He still wanted to be closer to her. He still chose her over Guima, her over his own freedom, over his own life. And it was heavy to carry. Rumi took another deep breath, feeling her chest rise with the action. Her ear twitched as someone approached. She almost called for Jinyu. "Hey," Mira's gentle voice spoke up as she sat next to Rumi. "You okay?" Zoe asked, taking up her other side, leaning into her shoulder. Rumi smiled a bit, leaning back into Zoe, her eyes fluttering open. "I don't think so. Not in this moment, but..." Rumi took another deep breath. "But I think I'm getting there." She didn't miss how her friends shared a proud, small smile. Before all this, she would have lied, said she was fine, brushed them off. But now, well, she didn't have to hide her pain from them. It would heal stronger, together. They both took one of Rumi's hands, Mira pressing into Rumi's other side, as they enjoyed the view of the water. "Take all the time you need, man. We're in no rush," Mira promised. "Yeah, and we're totally here for you. If you need anything, I know a guy who can really help with mental drain. I heard about him from a really good source, and he's really affordable." "Zoe," Mira and Rumi giggled. "No, Zoe, I think I just need this. You two at my sides. To feel the sunlight on my skin." "It really takes the weight off," Rumi promised.